Hello there, welcome to St. Henry's class. This is a channel where we make our lessons easy and absorbable. So this is GB assessment test mock April 2026 for BECE candidates. This is social studies. Let us go through it. So in paper 2, so under environment, number 1 says, as the leader of the Old Student Association, you've been asked to speak at your school's end of year graduation ceremony on the theme environmental challenges, finding a sustainable solution. Briefly explain any 4 sanitation challenges facing your school and the community. So when you look at the right side of this page or on this slide, you see the answer. So one is sanitation challenges. You can talk of lack of access to potable drinking water. You can talk of leakages from septic tanks, poor waste management, improper waste disposal, and other points. Here you are required to explain each of them so you can get your 8 marks as it is required of you. Then 1B says, in your opinion, what 4 factors accounted for these sanitation challenges, which is basically talking about causes. So when you look at 1B solution, we have the causes. 1 happens to be poor state of our public toilet and sanitation facilities, weak enforcement of sanitation laws, inadequate supply of potable water, inadequate sanitation policies, and other causes account to this environmental challenge. 1C says, suggest any 4 solutions to the challenges identified in 1A above. So solutions to the challenges. 1 can talk about taking personal responsibility to maintain personal hygiene. We should educate the public on the benefits of practicing a good sanitation. We must also provide public places of convenience, that is toilet facilities. We must provide dustbins at vantage points and enforcement of sanitation laws, and many have you. So let's quickly move to question number 2 under law, order, and nation building. It says 2AI, we should explain conflict, conflict prevention, and then conflict management. Now, conflict is simply the disagreement between 2 or more people or groups which affect the peace and stability between individuals, between groups, or the society. Conflict prevention is also the process of identifying signals of conflict and encouraging people to work out their differences to avoid clashes. Conflict management, on the other hand, is the process of limiting the negative aspect of conflict while increasing the positive outcome for all the parties involved. You can also say is the use of various mechanisms and initiatives to reduce tension during an ongoing conflict to facilitate resolution. 2B says, with relevant examples, we should explain 4 sources of conflict, which is simply talking about causes of conflict. 1. Looking down on the minority group of people, unacceptable way of choosing leaders, locating or citing a public facility at a wrong place, ownership of land or property, stereotyping, intolerance, suspicion, and other points also contribute to the rise of conflict. Let's quickly move to question number 3. You have to explain 4 challenges that characterize military regimes, that is characteristics or challenges of military regimes. So what are the features of military regime when they come into power? What are some of the occurrences? So 1, suspension of state institutions, like the parliament. They suspend all state institutions. There's abuse of human rights, there's loss of lives and properties, low investment, there is insecurity, and also poverty. All these can be traced from the history of the NLC, National Liberation Council, National Redemption Council, the other military regime that we had in the country. 3B says we should write short note on any 2 of the following: National Redemption Council, Armed Forces Revolutionary Council, and then Provisional National Defense Council. we have to write short note on them. So when check 3B, their solutions are there. The short note to write under each of them have been provided here. Question number 4, it says a Keep Fit club in your neighborhood recently made a road trip from Ghana to France. They encourage people to travel to other places to enjoy the facilities and scenery there. 4A. In what 4 ways? Explain the reasons why the group undertook such activities. B. We are to explain 4 ways by which the activities of the group can contribute to Ghana's development both socially and economically. And 4C says if the group were to make a trip to the scenery in Ghana, what 4 artifacts could they collect or buy from such places? So 4A, reasons why people go on tour. 1. To engage in sporting activities. 2. For enjoyment and relaxation. To acquire new artifacts. Not just that, people also go on tour to engage in economic activities, to learn or see new things, and other reasons. Then 4B, the economic and social importance of tourism. 1. It creates jobs, it brings revenue to the country through the entrance fees and the lodging at hotels. It uplifts the image of Ghana. It leads to infrastructure development. It attracts foreign investors and foreign exchange. It can also promote our local industries. And then 4C says the artifact you can buy archaeological artifact. When you say archaeological artifact that are gotten or derived from excavation or digging. Okay, so it could be some bones or some old house or whatever it is. And then we have wooden carvings, we have beaded jewelry, traditional drum, a Ghanaian mask, Ankara or Adinkra print, and so on and so forth. Number 5, your community is endowed with natural things for human benefit. Recently, the local community discovered several mineral deposits. The people are unable to tap into the natural things for their benefit. As an expert, you have to explain the term associated with the natural things in your community. You have to outline 4 ways of utilizing the natural things for the benefit of the community. And you have to describe 4 ways by which the natural things will benefit the people in the community when utilized. So the term here is talking about natural resources, and they are materials or substances that are provided in nature and can also be derived from the earth or from the land. So they exist naturally in nature and they are found mostly on the land. And then we have 5C, ways in which, so let's take the B, that is ways we can utilize our natural resources for the benefit of the community. 1, we are to use the proper tools and equipment. We are to plan and supervise. We are to educate and train our personnel who will further refurbish these resources into finished and semi-finished goods. We need to use technology. And ways in which these resources can benefit the people in the community. 1, it enhances the standard of living, where it creates social development projects, hospitals and clinics and markets and all that. Improvement in infrastructure, increased government revenue, creation of jobs. It provides raw materials and also enhances economic growth and development. So this brings us to the end of GB Assessment Test Exam Social Studies April 2026. This happens to be the last BECE for BECE 2026 candidates. If this video was helpful, consider liking, sharing and subscribing. We have more coming away. Stay tuned and thank you very much.